This is Collin Krueger with Sprint 8 of the Centipede project. So, looking at tractor mode, I've turned mushrooms off just so I can show you the player AI, or AI, as it were. Player can shoot. I'm not touching anything on the keyboard currently. And yes, the Centipede does collide with mushrooms. Additionally, if I turn the mushrooms back on, and high scores are now implemented as well, so currently we have to beat an 8 to get on the board. So if I start one player mode and I beat an 8, there, that's way better than an 8. And just kill myself. Come on. I can now type in initials, so I can type CJK for my initials, but maybe I don't want to go with that. I can backspace that up and type in other initials such as A, B, D. So now we look, and ABD is now on the leaderboards here. And when I exit out and I restart it, it is saved to a file, which means now that is a permanently new high score, ABD at 22, as it was not previously. So looking at some of the code. So first things first, I changed mushroom and I made it a child of a grid object class. So these invisible barriers, which are where the letters would go, are a type of a grid object, just like a mushroom is, except it's not as fully fleshed out as a mushroom is. And a lot of these right here are blank. So looking at some other things I've done, I've now implemented this very basic ship AI, which basically moves up unless it can't, then it moves down until it hits the bottom of the screen, then it bounces up, then back down, then back up, then back down, similar to the the IGN version. Additionally, looking at solo heads were something I realized I just hadn't gotten around to, and they were near the bottom of my list. So now, even though it is a little buggy and I do need to do a few things before the final next week, I can come here and type in solo head count 1, solo head speed 1, and on the first wave it'll spawn a solo head, as so. The speed is independent from the big centipede, so I can do a speed of 2, although sometimes I experience some crashes here, but that's going to be sorted out by next week. Looking forward to next week, something that Oh yeah. So before I get to that, so offsets, I've redone the offsets. So now the centipede can have variable speeds as well. So if I change the centipede speed to 3, it's going to go significantly faster, but it can handle it at different speeds. So anyway, now looking forward to next week. I have a lot of optimization to do, especially a few things that aren't done amazingly, particularly collision. Right now I am still using, if we go to main scene, all of these collisions for particularly the bullet and the player. I intend to put these on a grid by the time that this is due, early next week. And then I also just have a few solo head bugs, but my to-do list is basically gone, save for 2 or 3 bugs. So that's what I have for this week. Thank you very much for watching.